Hey, Danny K, coming to you from Danny K General Wellness. Today's tip comes to you from Dave. He works odd shift, third shift, and I know there's a lot of people out there that work, like work nights, second shift, third shift, or kind of like an in-between kind of shift like that. So what Dave wants to know is, is it okay, like since he works at night, is it okay to eat his lunch at his lunch break, So basically, yes. I mean, it sucks because you're on the opposite side of the clock than everybody else, or than a lot of people. But what people don't understand is, especially like when I do a meal plan for you and I schedule out like X amount of calories for you to eat in that day, like that's what you're supposed to do. There's a lot of plans or people or whatever that say do not eat after 6 o'clock, or, hey Debbie. It's like do not eat after 6 o'clock, or do not eat after this, or don't eat this after this time, and it's okay to eat that. It's all confusing, and I think a lot of times people, they put too much confusion to this stuff, and I make it very simplistic when I do a meal plan for you. And obviously it's foods that you like, it's foods that you're going to eat, it's not going to be junk foods that you like, but it's going to be good foods that you like. So, when you're eating, like Dave is on the opposite side of the, or working and living on the opposite side of the clock than what a majority of people are, it's tough. So, basically, like when, I guess when he gets up from sleeping or whatever, I don't know, I don't know how he's working his day, but I know, like, I used to work third shift at Random House, and it sucked ass. Like, I hated it. But I know when I was getting up, it was my kind of breakfast, but it was everybody else's dinner. So should you eat breakfast at dinner time? I mean, if you're waking up at 4 p.m. or something like that, and whatever, eat whatever you want. I mean, on the meal plan, you know what I mean? Like good foods, but I'm saying, like, just because it's technically your breakfast doesn't mean at 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. you have to eat breakfast. Like, eat your dinner, right? You know what I mean? Like, eat dinner foods, and then a few hours later eat your snack, or however, because I know, like, when I do a meal plan for people, most of the time it's breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. So basically, it's just in terms with Dave and people like Dave that work on that opposite side of the clock, third shift or second shift or whatever it might be, just those odd shifts. Just think about meals 1, 2, 3, 4, and that kind of thing, and sometimes 5. So it depends. Like, I know I have one of my clients, or actually, I mean, one of my newer clients, but a lot of my clients do, like the switching of, like that PM snack. Sometimes they have to have the AM snack, make it an AM snack. Sometimes, they, but basically you're getting those breakfast, lunch, snack, those 4 meals within that day, you know what I mean? Like, and like I said, sometimes it has to be 5 because of just the way we work our work day or whatever, so but all in all, if I'm putting on a meal plan, whatever it might be, 1,300 calories, 1,500 calories, 1,700 calories for a dude, whatever your caloric equation is, that's what you're supposed to be eating. And Dave, so if you're waking up and it's dinner time, but are you confused and conflicted that you should be eating breakfast? Eat whatever, eat the meal that you want to eat, at dinner time. If it's dinner time, if it's 4 or 5 4 or 5 p.m. when you're waking up to start your day, eat your dinner, and then later on, it's kind of, it doesn't really have to be confusing, but it's kind of weird to your system because you're waking up when everybody else is kind of chilling, getting off of work and stuff like that, and when we're going to bed, you're getting ready to go to work, and so forth and so on. So But basically, you know, it's at lunchtime, at your lunch break at work, you know, have that meal that you're supposed to be having, you know. Now we might have to, you know, like if you're a third shift worker and I do a meal plan for you, we might have to do something a little bit different, not maybe necessarily, you know, I mean, your breakfast might be, I don't know what time you get off work, maybe, you know, 7 a.m. or something. So you still might be eating, or 6 a.m., you still might be eating that breakfast, you know, and then, you know, either you go work out or, you know, it's that time frame where you know, kind of are like winding down. Like when people get off at work at 5 p.m., you kind of go do your workout, you wind down, you whatever, you know, and you eat your dinner, and then you go to bed, right? So, you know, maybe not in that, you know what I mean. So, you know, when you're getting off of work, we're waking up, and we're starting our day, and you're kind of closing out your day. So, you know, it's just basically you've got 4 meals with that caloric equation, you know, for your caloric equation. Just eat it, you know, and just eat however and whatever makes you feel good. So if you know, at lunchtime, if you feel like you want your breakfast, then go ahead and have your breakfast at your lunch time, you know, because I don't know what time third shift lunch times are, you know, whether it's, you know, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., something like that. You know, you still might be wanting to have, you know, more of like a dinner, and maybe save your breakfast for, you know, like when you get off of work, you know, and then you eat your breakfast, and it's kind of like a breakfast kind of time, you know. So, but to answer your question, Dave, you know, it's okay, you know, whatever your caloric equation is, you know, you're eating those meals, that 4, maybe 5, especially with dudes, a lot of times they might be eating 5, maybe 6 meals, depending on what they're trying to actually do, whether they're trying to lose weight or whether they're trying to gain. So, you know, that depends on those meal the meal numbers as well. So, you know, just basically you've got that equation, you've got that caloric count, that's what you're supposed to be getting in. And, you know, and for us, on, you know, like regular times, you know, like sometimes we have to do a breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, because of just the way our work schedules work, you know. You know, so, but as long as it's the caloric equation that you're getting in, like for me, I do 14 to 1500 calories a day with 120 grams of protein, and you know, I just get it in. And sometimes my dinner comes at 7 p.m., sometimes my dinner comes at 5 p.m., sometimes my dinner comes at 8 p.m. But that's okay, because I'm not going to gain weight because I'm not overeating my calories. So that's the whole point with whether you're working day shift, second shift, third shift, just a all-out odd shift at all, period. You know, some nurses and doctors have different, you know, kind of crazier shifts. It's not even a second, third, or whatever. It's like kind of this weird clock shift, whatever. But as long as I'm eating my 1500 calories within my day and not going over it, it doesn't matter what I'm eating, when I'm eating it, but you want to space it out so that you're not putting your body through like 6 or 7 hours of starvation, you know what I mean? Like, so that's why we do a breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner breakdown kind of thing. And like I said, sometimes we do breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner breakdown. So it just depends on you, depends on, you know, what you're trying to do, you know, but definitely, Dave, you know, at lunchtime at your work, if you want to eat lunch or dinner or whatever it is, eat that. It's the calories that count. It's not, I mean, you know, you could, me personally, I could even eat my dinner at breakfast and my lunch, you know, my breakfast at lunch, and, you know, whatever, but because it matters about the calories, you know. I'm not overdoing my calories. And, you know, I mean, a lot of times you don't think about having, you know, a grilled chicken salad for breakfast, but it's not going to hurt you if you do, you know, and it's not going to hurt you if you have your, for Dave, for third shift workers, it's not going to hurt you if you have your breakfast at lunch. It's not going to hurt you if you have, you know, like your lunch at, you know, third shift lunchtime, and it's not going to hurt you if you have your dinner at lunch third shift lunchtime. So just basically, all in all, it's the calories of what you eat is what can make or break, you know, your results. So it's not necessarily when or what you eat when you eat it, but how much of what you eat. So I hope that kind of helps people. And I know third shifts and second shifts can get crazy, and you know, I've done meal plans for third shift people and second shift people, and you know, we've just kind of worked it around to, you know, to whatever they feel like they still want to eat when they get off work. You know, when we get off work, we're eating our dinner, but when they get off work, it's breakfast time. So they want to eat their breakfast at breakfast time, and their dinner at dinner, and their lunch at lunchtime, and that's fine. It's about the calories, so it's not about, you know, what meal, you know, it doesn't matter that breakfast should be done at breakfast and lunch should be done at lunch and dinner should be done at dinner. Like I said, you can have breakfast at dinner time and dinner time at lunchtime, or breakfast time if you want. It's just, you know, it's just not typically what we do, but it doesn't matter. It's the calories in, calories out. So I hope that helped, Dave. I hope that helped everybody else that's wondering about, you know, like if they're on those different kinds of crazy shifts, or maybe you're not on a crazy shift, but your spouse or your partner is on a crazy shift. So maybe you can kind of help them with this kind of information as well. So any other questions, comments, concerns, leave me a message, private message me, let me know how I can help you on your fitness journey. You know, Dani K. Gym and Wellness on Facebook, DaniKGymandWellness.com, and definitely within the next couple of days, next week, I will be announcing a huge, awesome, like, I'm ecstatically excited. Is that? It's a Daniism. If it's not real, it's a Daniism, so I've made it real. I'm ecstatically excited about what's going to be happening here at Dani K. Gym and Wellness next up. So stay in tune next week, and you will hopefully be excited along with me. Ecstatically excited. I like that term, and that is now going to be the word of the day. Well, I guess 2 words. Ecstatically excited. Yeah. Stay tuned, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye.